So we're back in Aurora Novum.
Woohoo!
And so a bunch of updates. I actually apparently created a pack that is so addictive that you keep playing it even when we're not recording, and you've jumped ahead and done a bunch of stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say jumped ahead. I just made some housekeeping stuff.
No, I meant that you took out the goblin village by yourself.
Oh well, no, I chipped through it. I get kind of obsessed.
And you got caught in a tornado.
I did.
By the look of this huge trench dug across the landscape.
It's not my fault. In fact, yeah, I didn't even actually see it. I only saw the results of it because apparently at the time I was on the roof and an ent got blown into the side of the home tower and I couldn't figure out what was happening. Yeah. So I climbed up on top of the roof and I proceeded to started to get blown off of it. So I was struggling.
Notice you don't see any ents around.
Might. Nope. Struggling with all my might to go and get back down the ladder. So I was looking at the ground the whole time.
Yeah.
And when the wind finally died down, I saw these giant swath through the ground.
That's because I actually killed the ents that were hanging out near the house. They kept planting trees right next to us. So show me again. You actually took out the spawners from underneath by digging. You excavated underneath the goblin village. Yes,
I got very clever because none of the overhead attempts were working at all. And if you look at my death count on the server, you'll see that it jumped to over 16. I was getting terribly frustrated, and that's why I kept on going. I had built up the walls and around the edges as much as possible, and had actually come up with the idea of segregating them and taking them out individually.
I still hear one.
Oh, he may be around.
Wasn't there one room that was blocked off instead of actually destroyed?
Well, a few had gotten free.
You built this massive pink wall.
Yeah, I had some pink wood at the time, so I decided to go up with it. There may be one around, and I started using dirt and cobble and whatever else, so it's terribly messy. But what I did do is finally I harped up on the idea, being that it's Minecraft, and the object is to mine, is to attacking them from beneath, and that allowed me to actually not only get the spawners, but also get the chest and the contents, and then have them drop down one or two at a time. I had originally thought of an idea of digging a pit so deep that they would fall and die on impact, but I never got around to doing that. So I just decided to go through the rest of it. I even took out the totem. I don't know if you noticed, but I took out the totem.
Yeah, you can actually craft those into explosives, apparently.
Yes. So I got those. What else?
I do hear
there was something over. Yeah, there was one other around. I don't know where he is. Also, there was something in the center here. There's a soul sand. Actually, there was a piece of soul sand. Did you find it?
No, I fell through. I fell through where the spawner was.
Careful. You fall down? Yeah. Yep.
I was still hearing one though, and I don't see where he is.
No, neither do I. Oh, wait, is that him? Is he stuck? I don't know. I think there's a leaf stuck or something in here. Oh no, that's a leaf. I saw green and I was like, But no, there was one guy that was left over, and he got out.
Oh, okay. There's a hole here as well.
And he escaped. No, actually, he escaped by teleporting.
Oh, really?
So he's out and about. So if he's around somewhere, I would be wary of him, because when he was attacking the knights and the archers, he went through night after night after night after night and just slaughtered them all. In fact, he had this weird thing where you would do a point of damage and then he would heal. So his hit points were around 60, and they never went below 50, 58.
Yeah, that's infernal mobs. I've actually tweaked the configuration files on the server. One, to make tornadoes a little bit less common. They're not that common anyway, but I'm going to reduce them. And also to make the infernal mobs slightly less common. Because it seemed like basically we would see one over here, and then something would happen to it, and we would kill it, or the guards would kill it, and then there would be another one very shortly, and there were several at once. So we want to make those a little bit more rare, more like a mini boss. But anyway, why don't we? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. When this video is posted, which will actually be quite a while after we're recording it, I will make the mod pack public. We've gotten all the permissions with the exception of a few, including Mo Creatures and Millionaire, because their authors just don't allow mod packs,
Right.
and we're going to respect their rights. So we are not including them in the pack, but we will put in configuration files, and people will just add that to their pack themselves. If they just want to play by themselves, they can use the pack as is. I'm thinking maybe we might invite some people on the server at some point.
Well, that'd be nice to have guests.
So I think what we'll do is that, like, after we leave this area to go on our journey, then we'll probably open the server up. So we won't be griefing each other, but people will be able to explore around here if they want.
Well, I don't want him to nuke the tower. Oh, there's a knight here with a thing of obsidian. Do we want to get that? Maybe we can make him trade.
Oh, he's holding a piece of obsidian?
Well, it looks it? I don't know. Unless I'm...
Oh, well, anyway, let's tell you what.
Unless I'm seeing this wrong.
Let's go back to the tower and look at some of the loot, because there's certain things we ought to do. First, we ought to hire some guards.
Oh, yeah, no, we have a bunch of gold,
because we have
so
gold, and there's also a few things we should craft.
Well, I looted a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you noticed on my armor, but I now have diamond boots and diamond leggings and a diamond hat and a diamond, in fact, several diamond swords. So there was a bunch of loot that we got away from our little excursions with the
one
nasty neighbors.
We saw one Enderman, and we got an Ender Pearl, and so I can make, I believe we can make one golden lasso from open blocks.
Oh, so we can get the cat.
Well, I was going to use it for that. I was actually going to use it to hold a guard.
Oh, well, okay, that would be more useful.
And hiring the guards is good, because when you hire them, they do more damage. It actually turns out that they can pick up weapons, but it's merely cosmetic. It doesn't matter what they're holding in their hand. How much damage they do depends on whether they're hired or not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I need some...
Yeah, I did a little remodeling down here to maximize space, putting the stove on top of stove, and I see you've been putting chest on top of chest.
Yeah, because we filled them up. I had to... Okay, so...
Yeah, we got bars in all the windows now, so... Let's see here. Okay.
Oop, did I mess those up?
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with all this goblin flesh.
Nothing, probably. Oh, it's gold nuggets, not gold bars. Okay, so it's actually even cheaper than I thought.
Oh, you mean for hiring?
No, for the lasso. For the hiring, it's bars. So, but for the golden lassos, it's just nuggets. So the pricey part of that recipe is the Ender Pearl itself, and we don't have the gravestone mod that does the cryptsin, just because we explored several of those in the other series, so I didn't want to be too redundant. We will not be exploring those tombs again. We've already seen a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, is there anything even remotely different and or special that would be worth it?
I don't know. So. I think we saw everything in there. I think each of them ends with a wither, so I think that was pretty much it.
Oh, I also got a cauldron. I did a little exploring along the coast, and I ran. No, actually, something a little different. I ran across a bunch of different animals. I ran into tigers. I ran into what was it? Oh, there was a monitor lizard. There were tons of snakes.
Yeah,
snakes are everywhere. I even got bit by a cobra. What else did I do? Oh, but I ran across the coast, and across the water a short ways, there looked to be like this little yellow house. So I swam across it, and by the time that I got there, there was an ender golem. And this guy was semi-nasty. So I remember that enders didn't like water, so I swam back out, and he couldn't reach me. So I shot him with a bow repeatedly until he died. And then it was 100 hit points, so I was happy with the experience. The downside of that, though, is I went to the house he was in front of, and apparently it was his house, because inside it was a cauldron with a little baby ender golem, so I felt really bad about murdering his parent. Yeah, it was really, really guilty. But I did take the cauldron and just let him run around outside to continue on his little golem existence. So, yeah, that was a thing. So I had to stay in there overnight, though, because there were a bunch of nasties outside, and I didn't have a bed, so I had to wait. But Yeah, as I was there, I also noticed this very, very giant tower, this very
Okay.
tall, multi-leveled thing. And I didn't go exploring too far. I
Okay.
did poke my
Well,
head in and heard skeletons, but nothing
I
else.
think it'd be better if we actually just did something rather than talking about what we saw while we're standing here in the tower. So when we sleep through the night?
Well, if you want.
And hope it works because oh, come on. I think one of these beds doesn't work because it's too close to the wall. All right, now I think it worked. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. All right, so what should we do next? We could explore the dungeon underneath the tower, or we could try to take on the castle.
What are the potential castle threats? I'm a little unfamiliar with the
I
potentials.
think that one is skeletons. So it
Oh,
shouldn't actually be that hard. I want to say.
okay. Well, let's suit up.
But let's. I tell you what. We'll bring a couple of guards with us at least.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
so let me go out. Let me go out and grab some of them. Let's see. How's this guy? Okay, this archer is almost dead, so I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna take him. But there's a bunch of guys over here. Whoop, hello. We're gonna have to build a bridge over this tornado damage.
yeah,
Okay,
it was kind of messy.
here's an archer with full hit points. And okay, I think is he hired? I think what it is you click on them and it tells you how many you have to give them to hire. So I think maybe that's. Let's see, I think once they're hired, they should follow you. Okay, it looks like I did not manage to hire him. Um, okay, hired. Yeah, okay. It says in the chat hired once you hire them.
Nice.
So he should start to follow me. Yep, yeah, here he comes. Okay. Now let's look for... Okay, this other guard knight, he's almost dead. Okay, and this guy is full. This one is not paying attention to me at all. 2, 1... Hired. Okay, yeah, that guy wanted like 3.
Well, isn't he special?
I guess.
Oh, here, tell you what, let me dump some things in here. Oh, I also, I ran into some wolves and ended up with tongue of dog.
Oh, that's probably a witchery ingredient.
Possibly, yeah. There's also horn of ender golem.
Okay, no, he's almost dead. I don't want him. He looks good. Let's take... So, how about 2 guards and 1 archer? What do you think?
Well, anything we can get at range, especially with the skeletons, might be a good idea.
Okay, actually, that's a good idea. So I'll get another archer. I think they may be cheaper anyway.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it looks like the knights want 3 and the archers want 2. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will grab an unhired knight with the lasso. Yeah, you can do that. So, in other words, we can take advantage of... I mean, he won't follow us because I haven't paid him, but we could just like take him somewhere, put him down, and then he'll attack any openly hostile mobs that are in the area anyway.
Oh, good.
Okay, so... Oh, my boots are nearly broken. Let me just check.
Yeah, why don't we get some... Yeah.
I think I had some backup armor somewhere. And the taint is definitely spreading, so we're going to have to do something about that at some point.
Well, that was something I wanted to talk about, because one thing I did run into the taint was you killed... I think it was a taint spawn?
taint swarm, I think.
See, yeah, and all of a sudden, all these little spiderly things
Yes.
started coming out, and it was rather nasty.
Yes.
So I figured we'd have to deal with it some way in a magical way.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did notice it is getting worse.
Yes, and I've altered the configuration so it shouldn't spread as fast, but it's still going to spread.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Take this.
I didn't want to lose home tower. I just put on all these wood.
We need to throw away some of these broken tools at some point.
Yeah, I didn't know how we were going to be dealing with that.
We might just have to dig a hole. Okay, so let's head over to take a look at the castle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and these yeah, the archer and the knight followed me into the tower.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're working.
Come on, guys. Now they're going to follow you, or they're going to follow us?
I think they're going to follow me. If you want to hire some of your own,
Not really. They usually get in the way.
Really? Okay. Well, maybe you know what? Then I should probably put the gold back.
Probably.
Just so we don't lose it. Yeah, they're trying to follow me, aren't they?
Oh, they can follow you. They can open the door.
Oh, neat. All right, good. Then so they're not as helpless as some of the other NPCs that have problem with doors, or wolves, for instance. As far as I tell, don't seem to manage well with doors.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of getting shot by the archers. Their aim is not the greatest.
Okay.
The tornado, unfortunately, dumped all these things of dirt floating around in midair. It looks rather disconcerting.
All right, so let's head for the castle.
Okay.